Infinity sounds simple until you actually think about it. Unlimited power, unlimited existence, no boundaries, no dependence. That's what people mean when they describe God. Infinite. But now ask yourself a deeper question. Can there be more than one infinite being? Not emotionally, logically, because the answer changes everything. At first, some people say yes. Why not? If one infinite being can exist, why not two? But the moment you examine it carefully, the idea starts collapsing. Because infinity is not just very powerful, it means absolute, without limit, without equal. Now think. If there are two infinite beings, what separates them? There must be something that makes one distinct from the other. Otherwise, they are not two, they are one. So distinction is necessary. But the moment distinction exists, limitation appears. Because if one being is not the other, then each is defined partly by what it is not, and that means boundaries, limits, which immediately contradicts infinity. Because the truly infinite cannot be restricted by another existence. Now take it further. Can one infinite being do something the other cannot? If yes, then the second is not infinite. If no, then they are not truly independent beings, because independent beings require independent ability and will. And that creates another problem. Will. Can two infinite beings have different wills? If they can, conflict becomes possible. One wills something, the other wills the opposite. Which outcome happens? If one prevails, the other was not all-powerful. If neither prevails, both are limited. And if they always agree perfectly, then again, what makes them truly separate? The more you think about it, the clearer the contradiction becomes. Multiple infinite beings cannot logically coexist, because infinity allows no rival, no equal, no competing absolute. That's why true monotheism is not just spiritually powerful. It's logically necessary. One ultimate being, one absolute source, one infinite reality. Anything more than that creates limitation, and limitation cannot belong to the infinite. Now step back and think about what this means. The universe itself reflects unity, consistent laws, ordered systems, stable structure. Everything operates under coherence, not competing absolutes, not fragmented authority. One system, one order, and that points toward one ultimate source. Because multiple infinite controllers would create contradiction in reality itself. But reality remains structured, consistent, unified, and that consistency matters. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people never think this deeply. They inherit ideas about God without testing them, without asking, does this actually hold together logically? Because questioning feels uncomfortable, especially when beliefs are tied to identity, family, culture, tradition. But truth should never fear examination. If something is true, it survives scrutiny. And if something collapses under logic, that matters, especially when it concerns your understanding of God. Because this is not a small detail. This is the foundation beneath everything else, your purpose, your morality, your accountability, all connected to how you define the Creator. So don't settle for vague ideas. Think clearly, carefully, honestly. Because once you follow the logic consistently, you arrive at something simple but incredibly powerful. There cannot be multiple infinite beings, only one, absolute, independent, without equal. And that conclusion changes the way you see everything. If this changed your perspective, subscribe. Because the next video might challenge what you've always assumed about reality.